Alright, back to it. Let's continue with Hangman. Oh, that's way too loud. Alright. Alright, so we were getting random numbers so that we can get a random word each game. Cool, we should be able to get rid of it now. Okay. And we just run what, a switch? Or no, we just return, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Okay. So if we have a vector in Hangman, and we declare him here, do we want... I guess we just play the game, so we don't even need this to be here, right? I don't know if this is even needed. And here we just return... words with the index, or no. Here we go. We can do words, words.data indexed with get random int. Wait, hold. Get random int. Hello? Oh, oops. Random nums. Get random int. Oops, this is a fucking function call. Wake up, buddy. Duh, that's not capsed. Cool. We could say 0 to words.size. In that case, it's or is it unsigned converted to? Yeah, it is still unsigned converted to that. All right. Well, we could static cast it to an int. Oh, up to size -1. And we could actually make this a these are just functions. It could be an inline function. No, because it can't evaluate to. Oh, hold. Okay. What if we make these guys inline to prevent the one definition rule from being violated if we make this header only? And then an inline function as well. I don't think it can be const expression, but maybe it can? Nah, it can't. Merce and Twister can't be? Okay. What if we just do... Excuse me, random nums. And then here we... Oops. Okay. Alright, so in Hangman, we can get a random word from this list. We also have the word list. Ow! And in main, we just want to play the game. Wait. Random nums H doesn't include anything, though. How does it know what a Mersenne twister is? Okay. What does the game look like here? So we could say, void game intro. Something like that. Okay. So there's game intro. We don't actually need this. Don't think we need random nums anymore. Standard vectors can't be constant expression. Anything else to improve in random num? Inline. Okay. So one, we're gonna do game intro, and then we have the game loop. We have int guesses, and then we could say while guesses is greater than 0. Okay. So we could enter a character to check if the letter's in word. So we could say we do bool, check if character, if valid character. And it takes a standard string view word if word in character, or oops, character in word. Let me take character letter is letter in word, letter in word. Letter in word. We could say for const auto reference value for word to iterate through the word, and we say do we return a vector of like, do we iterate through I'm thinking if we do we run a for each loop and index the word loop, like we could have a standard vector int that holds each index. Let's see. So we could say indices for a letter. We could just return that. I'm not sure. I ran out of calories. I need to cook lunch. Fuck. So while guesses are going, we need to be able to say, well, I mean, really before we even do this, we need to get braces for the word. So we say, or like word status maybe. So we could have a standard string and update it. I think we do. I think we include string. And maybe this is just an array of standard strings. I think we do actually. We have a const, well, actually a non-const, so a standard string word, and it's get random, and it's words get random word. Oops. Get random word. Okay. So we get the word, and then we could say, and this is the word. But then we have word in game. And it's initialized to be void up, like set word, like, We return the standard string as braces. Or do we return a standard string? Let's see. I mean, if this is, I think this involves move semantics, right? So if we return a standard string, word as braces, and we take a const standard string reference word, then we could say for const auto reference. Well, we could just say we could create a standard string. How what if we say standard string x and then x dot pushback? Oh shit, we do get pushback. Okay. What if we had a standard vector and we could create a standard string and set each of its elements. Excuse me, we could loop through it. So we could create a standard string. Well, hold. I guess not, huh? We could do pushback. See, it doesn't like this. All right, so it can't be created like that. So I think we have to do pushback. I think we create a standard string and we call it brace word with nothing. And we say for each. I mean, we could just go from 0 through the size, or through the size less than 1, or we could just do a for each. We could push back as a brace. index while the index is less than standard size word. And what we do is we do brace word dot push back. Well, and this is going to be hold. So there's pushback, there's M place back. M place back doesn't work here, I guess. Okay, so we'll just do pushback. And then return brace word. We could initialize this guy with word as braces and pass in word. We'll call it target word. So we have the target word like broccoli. And then we have, so there are what? 3, 5, 8, is that really it? 8 letters? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Word as braces. Okay. Initialized with the word as braces. And we could say the word in game. So we could say the word this, and then tab it up, and then wrong guesses. And then we could say void print guesses, int guesses. And the point is we say how many guesses you could do. So we start the game with 7 guesses. And it could be an array of characters. I guess we would probably want to store guesses better, huh? Oh, oops. I made it a null statement. That's not good. Okay. Say how many guesses you have, and then we could say, we could print the guesses. Oh my god. Okay. We'll do this and then just say guesses is 0 now. Alright, so it says, welcome to C++ man. To win, guess the word. To lose, run out of games. Or run out of guesses. Tab guesses this. We have 7. Oh, we could have 3. Cool. Okay. This guy can be const expression. So can this guy. Cool. Yeah, the word length is varying. Cool. Oh, we could just say wrong guesses. Oh my god. Oops, no semicolon. Great. Okay. And then we could say, while true, get the guess. Or we could say, get guess. I guess he's actually handling it in here. So we could have a bunch of different things. So we have the guest list. We could say if user guess is greater than don't remember if it's lowercase and uppercase. Let's see, if lowercase if the user guess, or if we could say if not user guess if not this or this. And what is this part? User guess needs to be less than z and, or well, greater than or equal to a, and user guess is less than or equal to z, or user guess is less than or equal to capital A, and user guess is less than or equal to capital Z. Then this could be a null statement, or is guess valid? Or we could say if valid, if guess is valid, then we need to update the guest list. Void update guest list const standard vector character guest list, sure, and it's a reference. And what it needs to do is say if the guess is valid, we also need to check if the guess has already been used. So we could say void check if guessed, or we could say update guest list and it'll check. And so we could do for const auto reference value guest list, or we could say letter in this case instead of value. Letter. And I think we pass in the letter character guess. If letter is the guess, then output, you already guessed that? You already guessed that. Try again. And then return. Or We need to make sure that if the guess has never been guessed, if the guess is incorrect, excuse me, we're basically dealing with two arrays of characters. One is the word, and one is the guess list. So we could say, updated list of guessed words, or guessed letters. If any of them match, we say, you already guessed that, try again, and it continues. And we could say, update guess list. What does it take? It takes the guess list, and it also takes the guess. And this needs to be non-const because we're actually going to be updating. We might be updating it. Already guessed. And actually, I don't think this shouldn't even be const because we're going to change it. I think I need to do this a different way. I think we need to look at the guess list downwards. We start at the last one. And I think we have to loop through the whole thing. And if it hasn't been found, then we have to loop through it. So we actually could say, bool has been guessed false. If the letter has already been guessed, okay. And we say, well, if it already has been, do we even need this though? We go through the entire list of guesses, so plus 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 GHA, and if the letter is ever, or if the letter in the array has ever equals the guess, return early and continue. We could make this return a bool, and if it was already guessed, then we continue. Excuse me. And we could just handle this in play hangman too. Because we need to... Yeah, maybe we do. Or if the guess input is valid, well, if the guess is valid, check if already guessed. If it is, so we could say for well, here's the problem. It won't continue here. I guess we could say break and then continue. Bool already guessed. And then for, if we loop through the guess list, I think so, right? If the letter is the user guess, oops, equivalency, not assignment. If the letter, or what we could say, if user guess is the letter, excuse me, ever, then we want to break from this for loop and then continue. If already guessed, continue to guess again. Continue to guess again. But if it wasn't already guessed, check if the letter is in the word. So we could return a standard optional. If we have a standard optional that either returns nothing or it returns every index, and then we can loop through and update the guesses. Okay. Standard optional returns a standard vector int called is guess in word. And we check the target word. Bro, the fan has just been going crazy recently. It keeps on feeling like shit's dropping on me. Alright. Const. We could say const standard string word, and then we'll do the guess first. Const character guess, const standard string word, standard string reference. And we could say standard vector int indices, or well, found indices. Bro. Chest hair, maybe, I don't know. Coming a man. We could say for each one, if it matches, get the index. So we actually need to loop through the index to see which we're talking about. Okay, so we could say for standard pointer diff t index, while index is less than standard size of, right? Yeah, of word. I think that works. Plus plus index. Oh, hold. Guess hasn't been used yet. Already guessed. Hasn't been used yet. I don't know if we need this. So we loop through word to find where guessed letter is present. If word data index is the guess, or if the guess is this guy, then push found indices dot push back index. The problem is we're gonna need maybe to convert this because we're gonna get a narrowing. Yes. So we're going to push back. This guy's an int static. Oh, couldn't we just have this be an int, a regular int? How about that? Hangman guess in word is guess in word. I'm not returning anything yet. It's fine. Assignment within. Oh, where? Are you seeing this? Where? 83? Oh, if the user guess is the letter. Who to guess that? Then we push back. And then continue. And then if found indices size is greater than 1, return found indices, excuse me, guess letter was in word at least once. If it wasn't, return standard null opt. Guessed letter was not in word. That was pretty good. I don't want to continue all the time. Let's see. I also don't want to go to. Because I don't, the problem here is in here. Oh, we could say this is it. There it is. Bool already guessed. And then we say if already guessed, then continue. Cool. Only if we've already guessed. So if it's already been guessed, we don't need to evaluate and check even more. All we need to do is continue. If hasn't been guessed already, check to see if the guessed letter is in the target word. So then we check. And my fucking thing's up right here. Const standard string reference for the word, a const character for the guess, that's fine, pass by value. I want to save where it was. And then we can say if guessed indices is guess valid, or well, is guess in word. If it is, then we need to update, well, guess list is wrong guesses. Are there any instances where we've guessed the correct letter and then guessed it again? A, B, C, D, D, but D was wrong. E, F, G, H. No? Okay. So we're not updating the guess list. Or we could say, oh, all right, I got to the bathroom. We'll continue in a bit.